Hello guys, I'm out on a stealth. I'm chilling out, so I just thought I'd put up a vid. I thought I fancied having a chat with you guys. The size of these farm machines now, well, they call it intensive farming. Yeah, it's called making a profit as quickly as possible. Save work, I guess. This is the first weekend I've had away for months and months. The first weekend I've had away on my own, full weekend on my own, well over a year. Gotta be well over a year ago. Got to be. I can't afford to go on a site, so I've just stealthed it this weekend. I've been up on the Mendips, and I've loved it. Oh, it's been so peaceful. It's been so nice. I went for some nice walks as well. Well, you'd probably see a vid. There'd be a vid over on Scudo, I expect. So, if you want to see that, go over and have a look. See, I expect there's one on there. Yeah, we had a lot of rain last night. Ooh, poured down. Yeah, our disconnection from nature, not so much, well, what, is it reality? Are we disconnected from reality? We are so wrapped up in the system that the system provides us everything, and people that try and live their lives out of the system are obviously frowned upon, but I was just writing a little blog earlier, and a few of these things came to mind, and I was thinking how far removed we've become from not that long ago. Really, we're only talking a few hundred years, and are reliant on machines and everything now. It's like, well, I mean, people can't go anywhere without their mobile phone anymore, can they? I must admit, I'm the same. I do like my tablet. I do like my tablet. I don't like to go anywhere without my tablet, because I can read, I can watch films, I suppose use Facebook, I guess, occasionally, stuff like that, Twitter and all that sort of stuff. But then you don't have to have it, do you? It's only it's a means to an end, really, isn't it? It's I could quite happily do without it. It's just I mean, to some people they can't live without it. I suppose it's their I guess it's their lifeline, really. Maybe they can't connect with friends the same, so it's easier to connect with them through social media. So I suppose that's quite a good thing, really, in some ways, if you can't get out the house or something like that. I suppose a bit like me, really. I mean, I don't see anybody. Obviously I see my family during a week, but I don't see people. I don't. I'm a bit of a social recluse, really. I don't ever see anybody, so the only way ever I contact people is through, you know, social media, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, I thought, well, how we've got to be a certain way. It's like, I was thinking like farming not that long ago. You'd be out connecting with nature, you'd be out foraging for food, you'd be out digging up your vegetables, you'd be getting mud under your fingernails, you know what I mean? And now we are so removed from that. We don't do that anymore. We've now got machines to do it for us. Majority of people will just don't grow their own stuff anymore. You get complaints from people if you've got dirt, if you've got mud under your fingernails. That's classed as dirty and horrible. I mean, it's mud. It's part of your planet, isn't it? You know, why have you got to be ashamed of that? You know, we got machines to do everything. I mean, I guess it's made life simpler, but it's also disconnected us completely. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. There's no connection, is there? We can't connect anymore. There's always something to disconnect us. It's like I say, you know, where does your food come from? Yes, correct. It comes from the supermarket. No, it doesn't. It comes from the ground. People grow it. Do you know what I mean? But we don't pick our own food. We don't do any of that anymore. It all comes from the supermarket. So we've removed that connection with nature because we don't grow. I mean, a lot of people do grow their own, but for the people that don't, we're in a money society. We live in a society where we are bred just to make money for the rich, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? We don't live with our planet anymore. You get so many places that say you can't take your animals. You know, you've got a dog, you've got a pet. You can't take your animals in there. Why not? Because they're dirty. You know, and you think, well, there's dirty people, isn't there? They're allowed to come in. You know, it's just, I don't get it. You know, you got like years ago, well, back in the 70s, I can remember when most cafes and shops used to be able to take your dog in. You could take your dog into the shop, sit them underneath the table. No, what's the problem? Now it's all that stupid food and hygiene and stuff. How's the dog going to interact with food and hygiene being sat on the floor underneath somebody's table? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? We've become such a clinical society. Everything's about cleanliness everywhere. You know, you've got to be buying all these smelly sprays to spray your kitchen, or zero bacteria and all this sort of stuff, and it's like, well, you've got to live with certain bacterias and stuff because it's part of the planet. You can't destroy everything. And you know, so many places you look, we're just being disconnected to such a huge extent. I mean, we don't wash our clothes anymore. We've got a machine to do that. We have machines to do all our cooking, really. We've got microwaves and slow cookers, and I mean, that don't connect with nature, does it really? But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I think we've just got too far removed. I think it's good to do stuff like this. I mean, I do forage sometimes. I've got my book, Food for Free, which I think I've still got. Hold on. Let's have a look. Have we got my Food for Free book? Should have. Yes, there it is. Up, set you down with the tube. Food for Free. And this is a good way of connecting with nature. There's lots of everything in here you can eat, basically, and it's all free. I do occasionally make nettle tea, which is very good for you, and I do like it as well. You get certain times of the year. It's surprising how much difference the nettle tea tastes on different parts. You think a nettle is a nettle, but it's surprising how different it tastes. Some places the nettles are really bitter, and you've got to have I honey in it. But yeah. But again, it's, you know, it's just reconnecting again, isn't it? You know. I just think that's lost. It's definitely lost. Most people don't want to connect anymore. I mean, I call them the numpties, don't I? But I think it's more of a plastic generation and more sort of, I don't know, plasticky people. Do you get what I mean? It's like, I guess they don't look any different. They don't want to look into anything. You know, that the system provides them everything, and they're happy to live in it. Which I guess is fine if they're happy. I suppose that's alright. It doesn't matter, does it? If that's what they like, that's fine. But they're happy to judge people out that don't think like that. That's the problem. And the thing is, we all used to think like that once upon a time. I don't know. I just think it's a sad state, really. Much like me not having any teeth. I don't care. I've stopped wearing them. You know why? Because I don't care. I'm thinking, I made my teeth for my YouTube videos and for customers when I go to collect people's bikes, because they expect me to look a certain way. And Westcountry, YOKEL, as you're watching now, I thought, oh fuck it, this is me. This is me. I'm not going to turn myself into something I'm not. I don't care about it, so I'm not going to put them in. So I don't like them in there. They're uncomfortable. I can't eat with them, so sod it. So I don't bother. So there'll be no teeth on this video, I expect. But that's just one of the things, you know. I mean, I suppose I guess it's like a self-confidence thing as well, isn't it? You know. I mean, I've always been an oddball anyway, so I've never fitted in anywhere I've ever gone. I've never fitted in, so it doesn't make any difference. I'm not going to start now. I'm not going to start trying now. I guess it's like some people, they have to go out putting all their makeup on and stuff like that because they feel they've got to fit in. But I'm finding the more you try and fit in, the more you're being dishonest to yourself. You're not being true to yourself. So you're not saying, look, I'm happy with who I am. Every time you put some teeth in or you put some makeup on, you're saying, I want to be like you, or I want to fit in. Whereas really what you should be saying is, no, sod it, I'm happy with who I am. I want to be how I want to be. I'm not going to put my teeth in, I'm not going to put my makeup on, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? I want to wear the clothes I like, not the clothes that I feel I'm being more accepted in to wear. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, if you want to be a hippie, for example, to be accepted as a hippie, we'll just say hippie, you have to go live in Glastonbury because you'll be accepted there. But if you go anywhere else, people look down their nose at you. Do you see what I'm saying? That sort of thing. You know, if you walked around as a hippie in London, for example, with all the suits and that walking around everywhere, they'd probably look down their nose at you and you wouldn't feel... Do you know what I mean? It's that social fitting in thing. Load of rubbish. Load of rubbish. Be your bloody self and be proud of who you are. That's more important. That's the most important. Right, that's my waffle for the day. And I finished my cup of tea, so I think I'll make another one. Right, love and light, guys. Sorry this is a very long video. Have a great rest of the day. Have a night to all of you. I'll see you next time.